Hi, Heidi Rendina, wellness coach. Okay, so you want to run a 5K. We are here. Okay, team, what is a 5K? The K stands for kilometer. A kilometer is 0.62 a mile, which makes a 5K race 3.1 miles long or 16,368 feet or 5,000 meters long. When we hear about races such as the Carlsbad 5,000, the Santa Monica 5,000, or the how many steps are in 3.1 miles? Really interesting here. An average person has a stride length of 2.1 to 2.5 feet. That means that it takes over 2,000 steps to walk 1 mile. And 10,000 steps would be almost 5 miles. A sedentary person may only average 1,000 to 3,000 steps a day. For these people, adding steps has many health benefits. A daily goal for most healthy adults is 10,000 steps per day, or approximately 5 miles. If your baseline is under this level, try to increase your steps by 1,000 steps per day every 2 weeks until you reach your 10,000 steps per day. The ACSM recommends people participate in a walk or other moderate intensity exercise for 150 minutes or more a week for health benefits. For weight loss, 250 minutes or more of moderate intensity activity is recommended per week. 6,200 steps equals 3.1 miles. Great. Okay, so we're ready to start training for our first 5K. What do we need to do? It's really important to have good equipment, and this means we want to take a look at our shoes, our socks, and our clothing. Getting a really good pair of shoes is highly recommended, and it's going to cost, a decent amount of money. I would strongly suggest going to a sports store where they're going to be able to fit you with the proper shoes. So it's not an expense to be spared, and the right shoe for you is the one that feels best to you. Getting the right socks are really important too. They're just as important as having the good shoes. So look for socks that have seam-free, and that manages to manage your moisture and to avoid blisters. And so for clothing, you're going to want to make sure you have the type of clothing that's suitable for weather and won't cause chafing. Comfortable workout gear. So ladies, make sure you get a good sports bra. Wear some of those biker shorts for your legs so there's no chafing. Definitely those are one of the top recommendations for having the right gear for training. Okay, before we run, we need to just warm up with some dynamic stretching. Now, what does this mean? Walking lunges, butt kicks, high knees, toy soldiers. As you can see, our cute little model there, she's kind of moving and grooving and she's getting herself warmed up. So this dynamic stretching will increase your flexibility and help prevent injuries by strengthening your muscles and joints. After doing some dynamic stretching, walk briskly for 5 minutes, then speed up to a comfortable jogging or running pace. Set, train. Here we go, team. Here's just a real quick synopsis of what it might look like to get a training schedule going from weeks 1 to 5. So Monday we might start at an easy pace, then Tuesday we can strength train, do some speed interval training on Wednesday, Thursday strength train, Friday run, Saturday strength train, and then a day off. There's a lot to this, and there's a lot of ways that we can sculpt this and do this, but even on Monday when you're starting to run a 1 mile, you can walk a minute, run a minute, walk a minute, run a minute, and that's even a good way to go too. So always reach out to the well coaches here if you have any questions. We'll go ahead and continue to the next slide. Intro to running plan. This is one of my favorite ones. This is a 4-week running plan. Here, this is again going into where we can run 2 minutes, walk 2 minutes, and repeat 6 times. And as you can see, we just continue to increase our way up there. So we're 1 bite at a time, 1 step at a time, getting better with our running plan. Oh, I love this one so much. This is the ability that we have just to use nature and the outside for these telephone poles or electrical poles, whatever you want to call them. So one of my favorite things is to go and just say you just walk from telephone to telephone pole and then run to the next one. Or if you're getting better at this, you can do speed training where you sprint from one to the next. Take a rest, then sprint from one telephone pole to the next. A really good way to get outside and enjoy nature and to give yourself some training. It's really important here is our nutrition. Nutrition counts when we are training. Here is some healthy habits. These are some of our non-negotiables, team, for staying well and healthy, especially when we're adding on more exercise and getting ready for our 5K. Hydration is super important. We need to drink half our body weight in fluids. Um, we need a little bit of electrolytes. I really like Hammer Heat, or even just a little bit of extra salt in there. I'm not a really big fan of any of the Powerade or Gatorade, too much sugar in there. Eat right to keep your metabolism going strong. Choose your food wisely and eat often. And we should probably eat every 2 to 4 hours. And eat a wide variety of colors and produce, an animal-based protein or plant-based protein. 20 to 40 grams of protein per meal or snack. Our fiber, 25 to 30 grams per day. Added sugar, less than 38 grams. So read your labels, really important. Total salt, less than 2,300 grams. Fats, less than 20 to 35% of our daily calories. Carbs, best source, includes produce, whole grains, legumes. Performance athletes, 5 cups of veggies per day. Enjoy your veggies. Okay, sleep well. Sleep is major important for taking care of our bodies, and especially as we're training. Getting a good night's sleep, 7 to 8 hours, is a must for recovery from muscles, to increase endurance, to clear the brain. So improve your walking and running mechanics. We have a great program here called the Exercise and Sports Science. For more information, you can contact Rob, 758-2270, and he will be able to look at your gait, see where you're at, where you might need some improvement, and if there's any strain on your body, back, or joints or knees, this will help tremendously. Some of the upcoming 5K races you can definitely check out by just even Googling. This is one of my favorite. This is the Heron Half Marathon 10K, 5K that is here locally. That comes up here pretty quick. Looks like this weekend, and one of my favorites. So there's so many that are out there in your area. You can have fun with it, get together with pals, or groups, and go for it. You can even travel. There's great ones all throughout the states here in the Northwest that I know for sure. So get a calendar. Make sure you go ahead and get that calendar, put it on the wall, wherever you need to see it, bedroom, bathroom, your gym, kitchen, and so you can make sure that it's really in front of you and you've got a vision of the training that you need to do and the race that's coming up. It's really important to have that accountability with your training days and knowing what you need to be doing to get ready for that race day. You can do that too with setting some SMART goals. SMART goals are really important. This is how we take one bite at a time, one step at a time towards our goals. So SMART goals are written this way. As you can see, we're specific. We write out clear, concise goals. We have a measure so we can track our progress. We set challenging yet achievable goals. That's where it really comes in. If we're just starting from a sedentary position, we get up, we walk 1 minute, we run 1 minute, and we get better each day as we try to go a little bit farther in our distance and in our time. And so we could say on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week, I'm going to walk 1 minute and run 1 minute. And then the next week you can increase it. And that's how we set our SMART goals. For comments, please feel free to contact the Wellness Department, 751-4506. We have a tremendous team here, all looking forward to helping you out on your fitness and wellness and health journey. Thank you so much.